When you think of the state of Florida, a few things come to mind. Possibly alligators, Disney World, the Daytona 500, or even retired people from New Jersey. When I think of Florida, I think of killing hogs.
You're not gonna tote that right there. I heart shot him.
Now, every year we take a vacation from being 25 feet up in a tree stand on a 30-inch platform for 3 months out of the year, and we come down to Arcadia, Florida to see our good buddy Nicky Raw.
Hey, this is dangerous, this here, because when you cook them like this,
People try to hurt you.
if you're the last one reaching for a piece of meat, you got a fork in your hand.
We've hunted with him for years, and he runs a guide service called Archery Outfitters. And as Maverick from Top Gun would say, it is a target-rich environment. You might also say, because I was inverted.
He's dead.
I can remember the first year I was there, I was kind of blown away just at the sheer numbers that this place held. I mean, there was hogs everywhere. One of the funnest times I had down at Archery Outfitters is when me and Zach brought my wife, his wife, Wyatt Durrett, and his wife Kelly.
Oh, you so screwed this up. It's not even good at all.
Now Zach went out there and he stuck his first hog at about 60 yards. So this gave us the idea, we're having so much fun with all our friends, why don't we include all the people that love to watch Red Arrow TV in this hog hunt? When we started the fan hog hunt a few years ago, and it's become one of the most anticipated hunts of the season. We look forward to it every year. Like I said, man, it's like a vacation for us. I mean, tropical paradise and shooting a bunch of hogs with a bunch of good country boy or redneck killers. And then we've also got some really cool bow fishing.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain.
We've got about a 14-hour drive ahead of us heading down to Arcadia, Florida for the fan hunt. Pumped up about it, not looking forward to this drive, but we're gonna meet all the guys down there. They're gonna get down there about noon tomorrow, so we should have plenty of time to get the bows out, get it all sighted in, and maybe even sneak out and shoot a hog. So we will check in with y'all probably at sunrise.
Well, I'm not trying to get in the way, minding my own.
Buddy.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
Good, how you doing?
Good to see you, bro.
Pull on in and pull up by the camper. I've got the buggy up there running right now.
Well, this year's motley crew consists of the Gonzalez brothers and their dad. Now, the Gonzalez brothers are some show enough, ice in their veins, cold-blooded Hoyt shooting, killing machines, son.
Yeah, you best let a sleeping dog lie, 'cause soon you come to understand why.
We got fellow Virginian Stephen and his nephew Daniel that come down every year, and Daniel smoked his first hog last year on the hog hunt with us.
Proud of you. We were hoping you were going to get a shot at one. Yes, sir.
Virginia boys. I just happened to look at my phone and I'm
Congratulations, man. That's awesome, man.
We got old Joe Sanchez, who's come all the way from Oregon to do a little bow hunting with us.
What's up, guys?
The boys from Southern Draw come down and hunt with us every year too. And not only do they get it done with the bow and arrow, but they're pretty good with that video camera too.
We've been coming here for a couple of years and meeting up with Josh and Kip from Red Arrow, and we always have a good time down here and try and sling some arrows at some hogs. So
he said that he was at full draw on this 4-hog for about a minute and a half, and that bow jumped forward on him. And then right then his finger hit the trigger, and it hit a little sow in the group and dropped it. Dropped it.
That's awesome.
He texted me and said, "I'm going home." He said, just get some stuff, I'm going home.
He's getting kicked off the island.
I typically get picked on when I come down here because I shot one that was about the size of a football a couple of years back. So
Look at this.
Who shot it?
Right
You shoot it?
Look at this right here.
Somebody get some sandwich bread. Shot placement was like here.
Well, yeah,
in the 10 ring.
Yeah.
Show me
Yeah,
the final on that.
10 ring.
Yeah.
nowhere to go but up on this one, I guess.
We also got my buddy Rick from Texas, who's got a steakhouse. And Rick, I'm still gonna come by and have one of your steaks one of these days, man. And last but not least, we got the old crossbow assassin, Mr. Jim Sutter. And also, we can't forget our great guides, Donnie and Renee.
Mistake, let there be no doubt. Paint me in a corner, I fight my way out. The moral of the story, brother, this is it.
Now that we've introduced our starting lineup for this week's hunt, made sure our Hoyts were dialed in, Now it's time to make like the big bad wolf and huff and puff and go double lung a pig.
We parked at Polaris, right back at one of my favorite little spots. I've killed a couple hogs right here. Wind's kind of in our face this way, so we're gonna work our way down the edge of these little cypress sloughs and swamps. First day, man, everybody got here safe. Everybody's getting in their tree stand right now.
Hey, it's the day one of the Red Arrow fan hunt. Matt Gonzalez sitting at North Pasture Stand at Nicky Ross Archery Outfitters. About to kill us one.
We're gonna get tucked back in there and just hang out until the party starts. So, here we go.
You know, on this trip, just like all our trips down to Nicky's, we target boars. And the reason for that is Nicky tries to keep his numbers extremely high. And that's pretty much Nicky's policy, is he wants you to kill a boar hog and let the sows reproduce so that he can keep his numbers high. You know, a lot of what's exciting about a hunt to me is just trying to get close enough to that animal to shoot it with a bow and arrow. And so sneaking up on these sows, even though we're not allowed to shoot certain kind of sows, is still a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure we got within about 20 yards of this one.
Staring contest. I win. I win every time. Figured we'd hone our sneaky ninja skills on that sow. Other than certain specific sows, we just shoot all boars because Nicky just wants to keep the population high for his clients, which is awesome. So certain sows he lets us take out, but that one right there, definitely a producing. She's a promiscuous girl. And then we had a staring contest, which I promptly won.
Baby, there was no one left there but me. Got me loaded up with my pistols, honey, and my hand-me-down Delta jeans. Got one in the chamber, Lord, and I'm ready to shoot the breeze. Take a ride to the other side, 'cause I got to set you free.
You know, Big Jim Sutter connected with a hog on his first night out with the Barnett crossbow, and he actually took some GoPros out there and self-filmed the hunt.
9-pound hammer from the heavens, baby, and it kicked me right in the teeth. Mother Mary trying to help me now. These people try to watch me bleed. Raise my hands to the sky with the rain falling down on me.
Old Sam and Brock had some luck over at the trap stand, but the boars stayed just obstructed enough where they couldn't get a shot at them. Now, old Josh Mormon was another one that drew blood on the first night, and he was out there self-filming and had a whole pile of hogs come in on him. It's kind of funny when the bow goes off, a squirrel falls out of the tree and lands next to the hog. Josh and I are out in the middle of these giant cow pastures spotting and stalking, and we got on some good boars, but we couldn't close the distance before camera light ran out. You know, I already won a staring contest with a big sow that day, so I figured I'd try my luck in a foot race.
I think I'm gonna run after him. I'm just gonna run at him as fast as I can, see what happens.
It's just, I used to be like a Ram 1500, and now I'm more like a Ram 2500 heavy duty. And considering the fact that they had a 100-yard head start on me, it's my show, and I kind of can score this thing however I want to, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that in the W column as well.
I figured nothing bigger was coming in. It was getting dark. I wanted to get something on film, so I picked between this guy and the other one. This guy has some cool little blonde whiskers going on, gave him a little character, so this one's gonna eat real nice, I promise you that.
Put you on a good stand, didn't I? Yeah, right. No problem, man. Good hog.
Yeah.
He's a good hog.
Congratulations,
Got good cutters. Put a fork in him, he is done, baby.
That is a nice.
Yeah, that's a nice pick. Oh yeah, he does. He's got some good cutters.
This is the last day of the fan hunt. We hear via text message that Joe from Oregon has finally got an arrow and a good one. One of the most important things down here is the fact that the wind will switch every couple minutes. So when you're spotting and stalking, it's important to have a wind checker and know what you're doing. We're good right now because we're gonna try to hunt that way. So we got the wind in our face a little bit.
You know, we got up on some boards, but just couldn't get them to calm down and stop where we could get settled in and make a good shot. They were moving too fast to even get a real accurate range on them. After arrows started flying and the hogs started flopping and hitting the ground, and we had a bunch of people in the woods, you know, some of the boar movement died off a little bit, and that tends to happen. Don't get it twisted, man. Hogs are super intelligent animals. They're definitely a formidable adversary. Well, my Red Arrow blood brother Matt Gonzalez put the old Mohican sneaking on a group of hogs, but just right at the tail end he got busted trying to draw.
10 o'clock, yeah, we're 4 shots in. Throw back some Jaeger, let's shoot it again. I got this buzz on a rise, and I'm on my way.
Old Nicky slipped up on a few hogs with his recurve, but right there at the end, when he was trying to get a shot off, he got busted too.
Lord, we dance the night away. Strum our guitars all night long on top that Georgia clay. Throw back a shot.
One good thing about this trip is it's squirrel season, and if you guys don't enjoy shooting old tree rat with your bow and arrow, you may be taking your hunt just a little too serious.
Move with the beat, follow your feet, let this feeling carry you. 'Cause we've been held down for 5 long days and it's time to cut it loose.
Smoke City, baby.
I'll tell you what, this daggone hog hunt turned into a squirrel hunt pretty quick.
One person who's definitely not taking his hunt too serious is Sam.
Well, we have created the very first hog bomb.
Sam, I'm no patent attorney, but I think there already is a hog bomb. And if the product hits shelves, you might want to get a better logo than that.
It's gonna be feeding frenzy. Oh, we already have a squirrel. We already have a squirrel.
Well, if you guys hadn't been able to tell, you must be asleep. But we've been having a pretty good time down here in Arcadia, Florida on the annual fan hog hunt, like we always do. But there's still one thing that we have to do before we leave Florida, and that's bowfish with our good buddy Captain Dave from Gator Raiders.
So we turned this hog hunting trip into a bowfishing trip.
Now, typically with Captain Dave, we hit the freshwater and shoot a bunch of tilapia while we're down there, but on this particular trip, we're gonna head into the saltwater, try to shoot some sheep's head and maybe even a big old black drum.
All right, man, we're out here with Gator Raiders doing a little bow fishing. There's fish all over the place. We just saw a shark about 5 feet long. But I mean, I've already seen more fish than I saw in my last 10 bow fishing trips, so this ought to be pretty good.
We'll do basically anything you can do off of an airboat, from an airboat ride to bow fishing, gator hunting. We do a lot of back bay fishing. The airboat's great. We can get where the flats boats can't, get up to fish that have never been seen, you know, that have never been messed with.
Well, if you see me draw something I ain't supposed to shoot, you just call me out.
Smoke him, Jack.
All right, I'm gonna go. Finally got a catfish, man. Bowfish, trash fish, and that's a lot of fun too, but it's even more fun when you can eat them after you shoot them. Pretty little catfish.
Yeah, you shoot it. Shoot that fish.
That thing was facing me too, like you can shoot a paper. He's swimming right at me. First sheep's head. I ain't never shot a sheep's head before. He's got teeth like a redneck.
And I understand where they got their name from now because they look kind of like, well, a sheep.
He looked like he had a mouthful of sheep's teeth. Might be why they named him that. Mullet will go good with that set of teeth we just put in the cooler. If the sheep's head had a mullet, he'd be all the way white trash. Him right off. They're pretty. That's a big dog, Dad. Oh, pathetic. Alright, that was pathetic. He looked like he was about as big as a tree trunk. I didn't think I could miss. Yeah, I got it. That was the shot of the night. Zombie kill of the week right there, baby. Meat fish. Another sheep's head. Gutted already. Pre-gutted sheep's head. I knew that thing was a mullet. Oh, look at the eyeball shot. Look at this. He's a redfish now. Mullet right here, right here. Smoke. Smoke. Everywhere with smoke. That's what you call an extreme quartering away. Backbone to eye socket. Mullet, I think. You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
Thanks to everybody who was involved with the fan hunt, and you know we have fun down there every year. If you guys want to join us this year, you better call Nikki in a hurry at Archery Outfitters. We'd love to have you down there with us. Big thanks also to Jim and Cindy for letting us crash at y'all's awesome beach house, and Captain Dave for taking us bow fishing, man. Everybody down there, we love you guys, and we'll see you next spring. When you live on a farm and you build your studio, fly hunt.
It's a poke tree, half pine, half oak tree. They drop pine corns. He can't go down to the 3 barrels, Chief. Not with 3, he can. Oh, crap. He is angry. Follow him up, Josh. We got swords crossed here. So you're not supposed to cross the streams. Whose idea was that, Jeff? I guess that target would be the equivalent of shooting a 700-pound whitetail at 5 yards. Yep, so now we're done for the night.